because shit's getting kind of serious. So basically, Trump, this is Imara Ifawuyi, find your free. But Trump basically is implementing some kind of ban where he's saying if you are coming in from certain countries, most of them being African and Caribbean countries, you won't be able to come into the U.S. basically. Not to mention, from what I hear, a lot of like American citizens are being rounded up based upon I don't know what it is, but I heard even if you have a name that looks Islamic or a name that looks foreign, you know, that doesn't look like a regular kind of Americanized name, that they are potentially going to be trying to round you up for unknown purposes. I don't even know what's going on. The U.S. is like going so crazy right now. I'm not even sure what's happening there. But I just come on here because one of the things we talk about on this channel is you know, the ability to, you know, create the life that you want to lead for yourself. And if that involves moving abroad and global travel or anything like that, now is probably a good time to be considering what your options are. You know, like I said, there's 36 nations on that list. Literally, most of them are in Africa. Like almost all of them are in Africa. It's crazy. They got Ghana on there, Nigeria, Senegal, so many places on that list. Zimbabwe. I have a lot of friends in Zimbabwe. I've been wanting to go there. I was married in Senegal. My son's whole other side of his family lives in Senegal. We need to go there. I mean, it's a lot going on here. And it just makes you wonder. I mean, one thing we know for sure, Trump, once he starts threatening stuff, a lot of times he's going to implement what he's threatening, okay? So we know there's a very good possibility these travel bans are going to take place. It's like, I just feel like people need to be really considering, you know, if the U.S. is where you want to be, are you going to fight this out there when they start rounding people up and not just Mexicans? It just seems like they're cornering, in particular, black people right now. In a lot of ways. So, you know, folks need to be really thinking about what their plan is, what their exit strategy is, at what point, you know, just like when you're trading, you know, doing trading and trading currencies and different things like that. What's your exit strategy? What's going to trigger you to know that it's time to do something different? And I think it's important that people put a game plan together for themselves to get somewhere that's more of a steady, stable territory. I personally live in Brazil. Me and my kids, we had moved out here during the pandemic, then we left and we came back. There just wasn't no comparison. We had went back to the Caribbean. We're usually based in the Caribbean in a U.S. territory, so we're in the Virgin Islands. And that just lifestyle was not, it just wasn't comparable to what we can get here in Brazil, especially in Sao Paulo. So we came on back, and not a regret in the world. And so you need to be thinking about, you know, where will be a safe haven for you. Mexico is cool. A lot of people like Mexico. I personally have lived in Mexico in the past. It was cool. It's just not for me now. Costa Rica is a peaceful place. You've got Panama. If you want to go further out, some of the places that were on the list, the travel ban list, in terms of if you're interested in going to Africa or overseas in that way, Kenya is not on the list. South Africa is not on the list, which those are, I mean, if I was to do Africa right now, I would visit Zimbabwe, but I would move to Kenya probably. So, you know, so for me, that's kind of a good deal in terms of still having access to some African countries. But some of the main ones, like Ghana, and the ones that we be liking to go to, is on this travel ban list. So we're going to see what happens. Maybe it's just fluff, but I don't know. That dude is not known for just talking stuff, so. And, you know, let my girl tell it. I have one friend who's from the States. She recently got the hell up out of there and moved to London. And she was like, yeah, the way they're setting it up, especially for people that look like me, is that you know, you ain't gonna have no rights. You're gonna be like a slave class, the way that they're stripping rights, you know, stripping access to opportunities, you know, and really just gutting the economy and especially the capacity of people of color in that country right now. So it's a lot going on. I'm glad to be out of there, but I do feel for my folks, and I just want everybody to be good and to have your exit strategy in place. Like, know what is going to trigger you, like how low can it go, and be ready to make moves. Okay. So yeah, and that's it. Really and truly, hope everyone is having a blessed Wednesday today. Today we are about to get into the trial and see what's going on with Brendan Paul, because I believe he's going to talk today, testify today at the Sean Diddy Combs trial. So we're just waiting on that. But I just wanted to put that little birdie in your ear about, understanding and knowing what your plan is going forward. I'm here if anyone is interested in coming in this direction to Brazil. My background is I've lived in different African countries. I've lived in Central and South America and around the Caribbean, as well as in the Pacific. So I've lived in Hawaii, with that's American territory. But so if you have any questions about any of those places or want some support in terms of making moves to those places, I've also lived in some European countries, right? But if you have had any questions about any of these things, you can hit me up. I'm going to put my links down below for my consultation. I also have some materials, some books, some different things that can kind of help you and guide you in preparing for making a shift. So, yeah, hit me up, Imari Ifawuyi. Much love, peace and love, y'all.